know how we did this bi-weekly for when we first started, guys. This is bonkers. You know, like it's just not enough. So I'm glad we get to play weekly.
Me too.
Right.
I'm glad it moved to weekly. Absolutely.
Me too.
I remember having talks in the office, and I'm like, yeah, Matt, I can stand to do with some more D&D, and you're like,
I know. Yeah, I got a lot of subtle hints and not so subtle hints from you.
A lot of subtle, and then finally when Matt's like, yeah, let's do it once a week, I'm like, how do I tell Steph?
Right. No, it's funny because we were doing
and she was like, sure, go for it.
Yeah. We were doing it bi-weekly for a while, and then weekly, and now for some of us, more than one campaign.
I know, right?
Some
you
of
guys
us
are troopers.
Some of us have problems because there's not enough
rolling
campaigns.
addicts.
It's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back on. I've been wearing this in 2 weeks. It's awesome. Right. So, adventuring forth to the Markham Woods, the Oddlot sought to reclaim their airship. After encountering different fey creatures and learning a bit about this weird, large, almost fey forest, or as far as you know, a fey forest, encountering devil snails, and Zarek seemed traumatized, you have managed to repair the airship with the help of Gimbal and the gnomes. Soot jumped into a box and went off and hung out with Siadra for a little bit, who is this sort of large fey presence in this wood, the protector or overseer of this woods. And when we last left off, a gigantic, almost Titan-esque boulder with a mouth that spewed lava, a singular, two eyes with glazed over black reflective obsidian eyes, and these large hulking tentacles nearly wiped out a couple of you guys and smashed the backside of your airship. Your airship's still functional, but you narrowly escaped through the waterfall opening with your lives. So that's where we're going to pick up. You guys have taken to the air, and you are currently above the Markham Woods. Oddlot, what's our heading?
Well, the first thing I want to do is land on the ship with Thurk here. And,
yep.
So
I figured you had already. So
okay.
Yep.
All right.
Is everybody on?
Yeah, quick head count.
We're good. Yeah.
And Nolo's here.
What about all the gnomes?
The gnomes are all present and accounted for.
Except for Papa Gnome?
Yeah.
And Slim.
The Cogmaster did not wish to attend this next leg of the journey.
Because he lost his
Is Eric okay? How's
Zarek?
Mr. Bricks?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Zarek is kind of floating around. He looks a little nervous. He's kind of like got this shivering ball of, eyeball floating around. But he's okay. Mr. Brick has still got his little horse blinders on, and he's okay.
Right, so which direction is it that we needed to be going again?
Are we confronting Siadra?
Not with that thing down there, I can't imagine.
Okay.
Wasn't she kind of after Soot? Should we hide him or something?
Was there a note for me somewhere?
There was a note.
Does somebody have it? Can I find that note?
Brad did.
Brad's got it. I'm kind of looking over at seeing what Brad has. This note.
Okay.
I don't remember what I had as far as the note goes.
I believe it was a note from Siadra that said, "Here, kitty, kitty."
Yeah, exactly. I'll show it to everyone since I did mention that. I forgot that I had an actual physical note. For some reason, my brain was like, everybody knows this thing. I'm having a real Brad moment here as a player. Oh boy. Yeah, I'll be like, that. You remember that chest that popped up in the middle of the fight? It's just a little note that says, "Here, kitty, kitty."
Should I go back to see her? I can do that.
Did you feel
no.
safe?
No.
I feel like that's a bad idea.
She was real nice. I can
If
tell
you go back, it means that I go back with you, and that means that like bad things are likely gonna happen.
Didn't she have business dealings with the fire chains, dude? I mean, do we really want to hang out with them?
Or do we want to disrupt it?
Well,
I
that's
can-
something.
I could go and then I could tell her you guys are coming.
No.
Absolutely don't do that.
That's a bit chaotic, little dude. Let's not do that.
Okay.
I can tell you're coming. So I remember, I mean, we had dealings with fire chains, and my biggest thing is with Siadra is that she's a pretender of somebody who's holy and righteous, and she's not. I think we need to put her in her place.
Well, like, bro, she's also been like hurt, like real bad. Could you imagine like getting kicked out of your house? We don't even like know what she's done. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. Brad's gonna like kind of make like a regretful sort of grimace and like hold his arms out to give Anolo a hug.
I'm gonna
Like,
hug you.
Yeah. Big pats on the back.
It wasn't great, but it wasn't that terrible either, because I got you guys to come get me. But no, I can imagine what it's like to be kicked out of your home. It's not great. She did bad things. I mean, she's doing bad things.
Did she? What'd you do that was bad?
She was gonna kill Zarek, for one. Two, she took Cogmaster Bodyknock's powers because she's what, a goddess. Three, she took you in a box and said that you needed to come to her, and she didn't give you a choice, but you did it. She's a bad person.
And D, that monster, probably came from her.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily a question of whether we should confront her, it's whether we can confront her. I mean,
Can we?
I'm a little banged up from rocky tentacles back there.
I could use a nap.
Well, jump in. Come on in, buddy. We could use a bit of a nap.
I mean,
Well, you guys are on the ship. I mean,
Well, like, let's
the air
pick
is
a
whipping
pick a
around you.
target.
You can take a short rest. I mean, you're totally safe as far as you know.
Cat.
cheesy.
Material,
should
what were you saying?
Maybe secure the back end of the ship
yes.
so nothing falls out.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go do. Help in the reparations of the ship.
Okay.
The Snow's going to go help in whatever way he can.
We gotta
All
have a
right.
short
I'm
rest.
gonna fly the ship nice and slow while they're checking out the back end.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep in Anolo's
What-
backpack.
direction are we heading? Like in circles or?
You can.
Yeah, I
If you
mean,
wish.
without a real heading, Alvin's not steering it in any particular direction.
Out for a joyride. Gotcha.
As of
Uh,
yet,
for it.
until we decide what we're doing.
So as Anolo and Snow head back to assess the damage, just like the back end where like the captain's quarters were and part of your dining room have just been decimated, just gone. Most of it is just looks to be almost not structural damage but cosmetic damage. I mean, there's some, you just have to rebuild it with some wood planks. You can reconstruct it. It'll take a little bit of time, a little bit of coin, but it's not going to affect the performance of the ship. It's right now, it's, you know, there's a back end open and it's got this kind of weird draft and things are kind of falling out as you're moving around. But beyond that, it's not terrible. And most of the gnomes right now are engaged with making sure the engine rooms and the gems are all kind of operational still. If you guys want to make a check of some kind to try to begin to repair, you can. It's up to you though.
Begin a check to repair.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's make a perception check.
All right.
Brad to help will do. He'll join in.
At the very least, we should probably make it so that stuff stops falling out.
nat 20 and an upside down turtle. I rolled that little turtle thing.
I
from
love the
that
fact that you
dice
still
set.
roll that turtle.
17.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's lucky turtle.
Okay. So as you guys are, what is? You guys are looking around. Brad, you go down to lower decks and you're looking through the extra storage, the dry storage where they keep stuff for repairs. You know, most ships have that kind of stuff. And you find wooden planks, you find hammers, tar, nails. You even find a large tarp, like people you might use for a sail or for rigging or for like a net. You find pretty much everything you could possibly need to do a patch job for the ship. It's not going to be a perfect repair, but if you want to commence, you can start doing that. Probably not in the air because while you're traveling, it's more difficult. But you know,
Right.
you have the equipment and the stuff available for you.
Cool.
And Enola, you're looking and you're assessing the damage, and you're like pulling out extra beams and taking stuff off, trying to get more of a straight line to start repairing with. And you're just like, goodbye.
How would mending work in this situation? Could that be used?
I think that the scope of the damage is too large for mending. Because if I remember correctly, it's just mending just is a smaller area.
It's like a 5. Oh, it's got a specific space that it mentions.
1
and
foot in any dimension.
What's the language of the spell?
The spell repairs a single break or tear in an object you touch, such as a broken chain link, 2 halves of a broken key, a torn cloak, or leaking wineskin.
Or
Yeah,
an
this is-
entire airship.
As long as
Yeah.
the break or tear is no larger than 1 foot in dimension.
Yeah. There's a little caveat in there that says airship. But
Airship,
Yeah.
large tear, large smashing.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Is there one
thought, though.
like one very apparent area where like the stuff is falling out of the ship? Like the one spot?
Well, the whole backside. I mean, if this is the front of the ship, this is the back. The whole back end was just kind of smashed off, so everything is just kind of.
All right.
So we need to probably repair it so that things don't fall out of that back hole.
More than
Brad's-
we have.
Yeah, Brad's gonna shout up and be like, "There's some like tarps down here. You guys want to use it to like net down the cargo? Need help? They're big and it's windy."
Yeah, I'm totally gonna help net down the cargo.
Okay.
I'll help when I
Uh,
finish
who-
my short rest.
Who else is in?
I'll help.
All right. Sweet. So we got 3 people.
Mm.
Let's see. Let's
When I'm done
Or
with the short
Andrew.
rest, half an hour, an hour.
20 minutes.
Short rest.
20
I'm
minutes?
sleeping.
Short rest.
Yeah, I'll come down and help. I'm strong.
Okay. So, let's see. There's 4 of you helping. Okay, good. Let's everyone make an athletics check.
Oh yes.
Oh.
Yes, this is my prime butter, baby.
Not
29.
Oh my gosh!
17.
21.
Wow, guys! Holy smokes!
12 because I get a -2.
But you're helping.
Okay.
Get a plus 10.
I'm helping!
Yeah.
I'm just going around on the weird hard to get to places.
Okay. So I asked for like a group check to see if 3 successes would have got this done. So you guys are going to succeed. How do you want to patch this up?
Okay. So I see with like some of the tables, because you said part of this was like a dining hall or
Yeah.
whatever, but so with all the lumber that Brad found and some longer pieces from the tables, we should span it across. So Enola will hold up the boards while those guys nail.
Okay.
So
Cool.
Andrew, you could probably just one hit chunk a nail straight through it.
Ooh.
He's like John Henry. Bing, bing.
He does like a little tap to put it in place and then just bink right in.
Nice. Okay, yeah. So Enola's holding up tables and boards, and he's like one-shotting them all. Brad, you putting up tarp or the netting?
Yeah,
I assume?
yeah. Maybe Snow can help me like nail in the tarp or like hold it in
Okay.
place while I nail it or something.
Yeah. So Snow unfurls his wings and flies up and he starts nailing up the top parts of it to cut. And the four of you guys working together, patch up the ship so stuff doesn't fall out. And it's pretty sturdy. It's pretty good job. Cool.
Sweet.
So that disaster's averted.
At the end, we have a montage where it freezes while we jump up like this.
Yes.
At the end. Because teamwork.
All high five at the same time.
Yes. Snow's gonna have to jump real high to hit a Nolo.
Oh, it's just gonna fly up.
Oh, true. There you go.
The wing advantage.
Meanwhile,
Yes. Okay, so what's the game plan?
Well,
You guys
look
are
at these
circling the Markham Woods.
so I'm
Alvin?
definitely interested in taking care of Siadra. She's our immediate issue. However, don't we have some other things that were once a quest for us? Unicorns.
I mean, the next one we were headed to was the underwater one, and well, we don't have any of that set up.
That's right. We don't have any of it because this Siadra goddess took Cogmaster's powers. Isn't that right?
Yeah, it was his idea, wasn't it?
Well, let me think. Now we've got 2 check marks in the pro category of beating up Siadra. Are there any cons against it?
She's really nice. She's a nice lady.
Soot, I take your nice as being directly the opposite, but I still like you.
Nice how? Yeah, like did she give you cookies and treat
Milk.
you nice or
Milk. She made me drink milk.
that doesn't
Did that
sound
milk
too
make
bad.
you do or say anything you didn't want to otherwise do or say?
No,
You
Good.
lie.
it was good, but I didn't want to drink it, but I drank it because she made me drink it. But it was
See,
was good
that's
milk.
not nice. It's not nice to be made to do something.
She said she loved me and that she was going to take care of me forever in the Feywild.
Soot, I
you want
honestly
that?
love you. Soot, you are my friend. Have I ever made you drink any kind of milk that I had?
No, but
See,
like you can't.
my
you,
love
you
is
couldn't,
different.
You couldn't do because you've got to be friendly with me. You have to.
I don't have to be so,
Yeah, you do.
Quite frankly, I don't have to be.
Okay,
But you're a super nice kitty.
right.
You do? I love how Soot's so open about the whole thrall thing. Oh.
You know, this was this close in forgetting that I was enthralled.
That's what cats want. That's the idea.
Here's the thing. I mean, Ander, I think I like what he's saying, but she's not nice, for one. Whether he makes a convincing point, but 2, I think we really need to deal with her.
What did Oberon say again?
Did Oberon say anything?
Yes,
Didn't have a clue.
to Alvin.
Oh,
said-
that's right.
He said that we should use our best judgment. Is what Oberon said to me. He said he didn't think Siadra could actually succeed in getting back to the Feywild, and that we should use our best judgment.
He was also equipped for wartime at that
He was
point.
equipped for war, yeah.
Yeah,
so
he seemed preoccupied.
preoccupied.
Has she committed a capital crime?
Yes,
She has.
she was this close and beaten Zarek. To me, that's capital. Capital,
But, like-
capital top.
I mean,
Miserable.
not everybody is as like open-minded as we are. Like, I mean, like I saw Zarek chilling on that ship and was like, "Whoa, what a cool dude! I needed to go introduce myself." Right? Like, but not everybody's like that, bro. Some people are so judgmental.
Brad, I like you and the sea turtle things. I really vibe with it, right? But no, I'm not vibing with what you got right now. Zarek. And I'm looking at everybody in a laser beam death glare at everybody's eyeballs. She wanted to kill Zarek.
And Mr. Bricks.
And Mr. Bricks.
And Mr. Thank you, Soot. See, this is where you come in nice times. And Mr. Bricks.
She's in leagues with Oberash,
Yeah.
a known not
Inspiration.
nice person.
This conversation's amazing. Inspiration.
Thanks.
All right, so look, I'm just going to put it up for a survey, Monkey, but I'm going to go ahead and say, who would like to take down Siadra?
Yeah, oh god, how do I raise my arm? I forgot. Hey.
I can actually hear Brad saying that.
I forgot how to do this thing.
I forgot how to use my arms.
Forgot how to use my arms for a minute there.
All right, so while we all vote, I'm assuming, Alvin, you're still steering the ship?
Yeah.
I'm going to
I'm
look
still
to the
steering the
nearest
ship.
gnome. I'm going to pick him up so he's face level with me. Wire up to the captain. His name is Alvin. You can call him Alvin. I said you could. But then I look at him stern and I say, tell him we're going to Siadra. And I put him back down and I ignore him like he's nothing. But not because I'm mean, but because now I'm in planning mode.
Oh, like you put him down mid-thought. You're like, all right.
Yes. Go tell him. Poof. Right, so we need to be doing...
Yeah.
Rock
Okay.
or soccer.
Gimbal looks up at you and goes, like, I thought we had a better relationship, Anolo. I guess I was wrong. Okay, I'll go tell Alvin.
It's fine, Gimbal. He can't do two things at once, and thinking is apparently a thing that he can't do at the same time as something else.
Did you not notice this burning smell?
I just thought that was the ship. I mean, I didn't realize it was Anolo. That's a problem. I mean, okay, he should get that
Anolo
looked at.
thinking.
Okay, well, I'm gonna. I guess I'll go tell Alvin. I'll give him our heading. Bye. Thanks, Snow. I appreciate your kind words, man.
Welcome.
And then Gimbal walks off to tell Alvin, relays the message. Alvin, I need you to make a perception check for me.
Yeah, sure thing.
You guys,
Perception.
let's see.
Reception.
It's a 24.
Okay. Right on. So, as you start scanning the area around the upper parts of the Markham Woods, you see that the treetops, and there's like different hues to different parts of the wood. You know, if you look out towards the west, you see the kind of open area where the tar pits was, and then the trees and the sort of these small trails where the devil snail seem to have moved, or at least you presume they have moved. And over to the east, you see a patch of almost indigo colored tree leaves. It has more of a twilight, and there is a like this pinkish kind of haze that hangs around there. And from what you guys remember, Siadra's Grove, or kind of where she is, there is a distinctive blue hue to it and yellow daffodils below. And so you've definitely espied that section should you wish to head there right now.
Yeah. I start steering that way.
Okay.
And
Yeah, so-
as long as I've got Gimbal there, like, so hey, Gimbal, I was wondering, so we had picked up those that devil snail eye stalk there for you. If we were to get more devil snail parts, would that be useful for the ship? Is that something you could use?
Well, yeah. I mean, they're very handy creatures. They're they're pretty benign, and I think they're good for the environment. But you know, they can be really useful for other things, like not just patching the gems, but like their shells. I don't know if you noticed, but the shell has like this kind of magical reflective property to it. And
Oh yeah, I noticed that.
Oh, you did? Okay, so you know.
It was a
Okay.
little bit of an accident, but yeah.
Okay, yeah. So if we got enough of that, you know, we could craft something that could be magic repellent-ish, or could reflect magic back at things. You know, it might not be a very large thing, but depending on how much we had, right, but there's a potential there. Among other things, I've also heard that the snails, I mean, some of the residue or some of their other mucousy parts can be refined and made into spice, but I'm not sure. I mean,
Okay, don't tell Brad that. And good talk. This was Orinolo for that matter. They both like the spice
I'm not gonna...
a little too much, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I mean, I like it every now and then, but.
I don't touch the stuff, but you know, I don't think I'll be talking to Nolo soon. He made it pretty clear where we stand. I think I'm just gonna avoid him now.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Anolo could be. Yeah, he has his moments.
I thought he was such a nice guy. He was always so jovial. He always had a nice thing to say, always a smile and a hug, and I don't know what I did.
It's not really about you, and I don't know if it helps to hear that, but sometimes when Anolo's in battle mode, he forgets his social niceties.
Sometimes when a man's been in a sword for far too long.
I feel like Brad just like popped his head out there for a second. It's like, oh, Brad, didn't see you there.
No.
Yeah, I can understand that. I've seen just a little bit of combat with you guys, and you know, holy heck! But I mean, to see what he saw is something different. So I guess I'll just give him some space. Okay. So as you guys are guiding the ship around, the winds are picking up. It starts to rain a little bit, and you hear those soft plinks on the wood of the ship. You see almost a sizzle as the rain hits parts of the gems because they're just kicking out so much energy. And as you're flying towards this Seadra's Grove, how do you wish to approach? Do you have a plan?
Do we look like guys with a plan?
Nolo's plan is to just go right straight into it.
I'm not flying the airship straight into it. I think.
Should we do another volcano drop?
Ooh.
Excuse me, do we have code names for moves that we do? Because that's pretty badass.
We do.
So are we going to do a volcano
music.
drop?
I'd go for a volcano roll.
Do a lemon pepper.
We hadn't really discussed our approach. Are we dropping in? Are we landing and then trying to sneak in?
I don't mean to sidetrack everything hugely, but in the preparation and everybody kind of gathering around, can I try to steal Brad's stuffed warthog?
Sure.
It's kind of my backup plan.
Okay.
Is that okay?
My warthog.
Yeah. It's got the other
I'm guessing it's not on me.
Because it's got the tuning fork in it?
Yeah.
I'm
make a
assuming
sleight of hand check.
Assuming, I threw like my pack and all that stuff around on stuff.
21.
Brad, make a perception check.
Wait, is he trying to steal it like right off my body?
Where did you leave in your pack?
Where would Brad keep a stuffed warthog? Nah, no, it's
next to a stuffed meerkat?
It'd probably be in his pack. Brad rolled a 4.
You have 2 inspiration because.
Oh, I know.
Oh no! Come on.
Yeah, you want me to use it? You want me to blow an inspiration on
I don't want you to.
Yo,
I want to get
Robot, you need to be using your thrall as a smoke screen.
Oh yeah, can I be like Anolo?
Distract everybody.
Make like get right up in Brad's face for a minute and tell him about how cool he is. He needs that.
So Anolo doesn't even know why he's doing it. Oh no.
Listen, Brad, I've been meaning to tell you this for a very long time. And I think where it mostly came out is when I was facing utter and and extreme annihilation within that very dastardly sword. But what I really wanted to say to you is how extremely cool you really are. And I want to say that because, most notably, you are not just a character, but you are a hero in the most finest of senses. I mean, how much do you want me to go on for?
No, you were good. We're good. So
Okay.
I was soaking it up. You can keep going.
Soot's like tiptoeing in on his little pink sandals, and
He's the Pink Panther.
slips his paw into and extracts the warthog, nimbly bimbly, and just gets out of there. So
yeah, I'm keeping that 4 from my first roll. That seems fair.
Okay. Unless you want to, if you roll inspiration, we can still alter the outcome of this.
Wow.
Pretty easily.
I don't know.
Talking.
With Anolo distracting Brad, I don't think he'd have the wherewithal to be like, yeah, I'm gonna re-roll that.
Okay. Your choice. So you are now in possession of a stuffed warthog.
Cool.
I look at Brad, put both of my hands on his shoulders. I love you, buddy. And then I hug him. I mean, not in I mean it like, look. What I meant to say is,
Brad's gonna take a finger,
Right.
put it up to Anolo's lips, and be like, shh. No.
you dumb dumb.
Brad does not do
This
that.
is amazing.
But
I'm
Brad just
writing
hugs
the
Anolo
fanfic
back.
right now.
Yeah. Oh god. But yeah,
Anyway,
I want the
Fanfics.
record to
My
reflect that
God.
I said fanfic, not /fic, okay?
Ooh,
There's a
yes.
difference.
There's an important difference.
Big difference there.
Anyway, I'm gonna go back over here.
Vander in a moment.
I'll see you later.
What's that?
Brad might have to throw some hands with Vander in a moment.
I was going to say, I can't tell if I'm jealous or
or
Don't
what?
you say it. Don't
These
you
weird
say it.
emotions. Oh help. Okay. Anyhow, Brad is a little confused. Feels a lot better about himself, and he's gonna go around looking to see if he can repair anything else and maybe round up a snack and hang out with Zarek for a bit.
Okay.
Well, we're landing, right? We're gonna jump.
At some
oddly enough,
point.
I'm going to accompany Brad. Talk to Zarek.
Okay. So you guys are gonna go down and find Zarek. Are we closer to deciding how we're approaching, or you want to resolve the Zarek thing first?
I want to talk to him about the fight I had.
Okay. Okay, so as you go down, you see normally Zarek is in the kitchen area or the dining area of the airship, but since that's been kind of under duress, he is kind of in the hallways and sort of looking around different rooms and checking around, looking kind of wayward, not really exactly sure where he should be. Hello, Master Anolo and Master Brad. Shoot.
Oh, Ander.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm confused. I just reflexive that I say Anolo.
Right channel.
Didn't mean to confuse you two. You all look kind of the same.
We do? Anyway. And by the way, the master stuff. We're friends. You don't need to say master. And
Okay. Ander.
so Zarek, you remember what happened a time ago there where you were being attacked when the ship was still on the ground?
Yeah.
That was done by Siadra. Did you realize that?
I do. Yes. It was the closest thing to death I felt.
So what do you think is a right punishment for what she did to you?
I'm not the best judge of human punishments.
Well, spectator punishments then. What would a spectator do in that situation?
Oh, I think if this were in a different plane of existence, or from where we were. I am. I mean, not we. This person will be dreamed back out of existence, never to have ever existed, and erased from all memories everywhere.
Okay.
Whoa, Zarek, that's like super harsh. Like, don't you like existing?
I do enjoy this body,
Well, like,
and he
what
kind of sloshes around a little bit.
Oh, that makes one of us. Do you want in on the attack that's coming?
And his eye gets like real wide and like kind of dilates. I can be a hero. I can be like you.
Well, see, I'm struggling with this, Eric. To me, it doesn't exactly feel like heroism. It feels like we're going to punish somebody. Maybe we're going to be killing this person.
Can I bite her?
I don't know that I have much say in the matter now, so I think we're going in, and I think you should be afforded the opportunity to join us if you would like to, and get you a pound of flesh.
His mouth, and it just turns into this weird grin that you haven't quite seen before. And as you say pound of flesh, you see like this, you visibly see him thinking new things now. I would welcome the chance to extract my pound of flesh.
Oh, God.
Brad is like just visibly like, whoa. This is dark, you guys. He says, like with that whoa face.
Hey, you voted with Anolo. I didn't.
But like, yeah, but like this is, we've got to understand and like make sure that if she is going to wreak havoc upon the world, we can't let that happen as hero.
Yes, but I don't see another way. I mean, the course of action we're on, I think, is we're going to kill her. Do you feel that's heroic?
Why do we have to kill her? Wait, what?
Did you not understand what Anolo was talking about?
Just stop her from being bad. Like,
Yes, and she's very powerful. So probably there's only going to be one way that works.
But if we like bamfed her like back into the Feywild and just let them deal with her, like, can't you do that?
Oberon's a bit of a friend, at least I consider him so, and I hate to just push another problem onto him.
You've been there.
Like he was outfitted for war, according to what Alvin said.
Yeah. Maybe we could like just go talk to her.
Yes, that was what I was hoping for, but I think the crew has voted.
I don't know. Brad is confused.
I know, Brad.
Zarek, can I like have a muffin or something? I need a snack to help me think.
Would you like your special endurance muffins?
Oh, I haven't had those in so long. Like, totally hook me up, Zarek.
Yes, one quinoa, kale, banana, chocolate, almond muffin coming up.
Oh, sweet delicacy.
And you see Zarek just kind of, his eyes squint a little bit, and poof, and the muffin drops and hits the floorboards.
Yo, Andrew, you want one of these?
No.
Zarek makes them real good. They're super moist.
Yeah, that did not help me want one. That description.
Okay. So back on top of the deck, are we? Are you guys diving in? I presume.
So Nola's going to be at the very front of the ship. He's looking down like he's going to be the first one ready to go. I'm not going yet until I get everybody up topside.
Okie dokie.
While Brad is downstairs, I'll be like up. I'm just kind of like sitting on Anolo's backpack and like trying to get the fork out of the warthog.
Okay.
Right. I'm gonna pass the controls over to Gimbal,
You got it.
and I just go huddle up with the rest of the party. Presumably, we talk tactics for at least a moment before we jump in.
Okay, you have time.
So what are you guys thinking? Going in hot? I'm assuming is Anolo's plan.
I thought we were volcano dropping, and that's hot, right?
Oh yeah, that's hot.
Yeah, I'm going hot.
But then I sort of like look over at Snow, but like spellcasting wise, were you thinking of maybe we could drop something before we drop ourselves? I looked up. This is sorry, quick question, straight to the DM. You said it was raining before, right?
Yes,
Is it still raining right now?
it is.
Okay. So Alvin, looking at the rain, goes, "Good weather for call lightning right now."
I was just planning on maybe using Featherfall before we land like last time. And side note, do I see Soot fiddling around with the warthog?
Make a perception check.
I'm really only trying to hide it from Brad.
I like how in your head it's only a problem with Brad.
That 20.
Oh, not 20 though.
Okay.
You
So
saw as
19.
best you could see.
Oh yeah, you clearly see Soot with the warthog trying to pick at the seams and trying to find a way to open this thing up.
Soot, what are you doing?
Getting the fork out. Then I have 2 forks.
Do you remember what happened last time you pulled that thing out?
Yeah, we sucked up the thing and it was really cool.
No, horrible negative energy started throwing us all over the room and hurting us.
I'm just clink and pulling the seams. I gotta get this fork out of there.
Slap his paw.
Can I get the fork out? Is it?
Make a sleight of hand check.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Oh, this is gonna go.
6, 7, 8, 9. That's a big number, right?
9? That's usually how many lives a cat has.
That's true.
Hey.
So like you're tugging at it, and it's just this thing is pretty well constructed, like with some nice crosshatch seams and stuff, and it's really giving you kind of problems.
Yeah. I don't want to break it. I just want to get it open. Yeah.
It's not happening right now.
Just say, could you not maybe have us be evaporated by horrible devil energy before we go into the battle against the horrible goddess thing?
Okay.
Thanks.
And I've been able to use it within the inside of this, right? We didn't take it out before, did we?
What do you mean?
This tuning fork, yeah.
Yeah, I can use it while
you have not used this tuning fork yet.
No, well, I did. I banished the what was that thing called? The thing that was like linked up to all those other people with the strings.
Yeah. The Oddlots?
Yes.
I thought you used the other tuning fork for that.
Nope, that's the material plane tuning fork.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. So I'll stuff it in my
Yes. So
pouch.
you are able to use that as through the warthog.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
I did remember that, right? That when he first pulled that thing out in the town, we all started flying around and getting smashed around the room, right?
Yes, that is true. That actually happened.
Like maybe you just have to be touching the tuning fork and he stuck his hand in the warthog? I don't really remember what happened. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, then I should be able to get it out. Anyway.
Well, if you want to pull it out, you can pull it out.
Maybe around Siagra, if anything.
I'll listen to Snow. I'll just stuff it in my bag.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll give him the
I look
big
back at Snow and
smile.
I say, don't you even think about leaving this ship before me. I'm first.
You got it, big guy.
That's right.
Wait.
So what's the plan, Enola? What are we doing?
I don't know. I'm not the thinker. I just go in and I swing my sword at things and hit it. And if you... Okay, well, I mean, I'd be honored to take the planning of this if you'd like me to. I just don't... I wouldn't trust it.
Well, I mean, there's smarter people here than you or I. But,
Yes.
So let's see in the inside of the place, right? Can you lead us through once we land?
I'll pull up an illusion of the paper cutout, like where everything that I saw was.
Okay.
A big
Like a
X
little
in a
map.
circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and from what you see the sort of paper.
Oh.
We lost
Matt?
you.
Oh, I
Yes.
only hear
Your
I only see
audio
you
cut
moving.
out
I'm here,
pretty
I'm here.
bad there.
Oh, he's back.
Okay.
We see what every time
Okay.
all the grand hand gestures we didn't hear anything
Hello.
for.
You're back.
Okay, so I'm gonna blame my cat. I'm gonna blame Trixie for that.
Trixie's eating the internet.
Are you Trixie?
So you see an L-shaped hallway. There were vines all across the top. The hallways themselves are carved very well, and you see the inside of the room that he spent the most time in, which appears to be like Siadra's bedroom. And there is a bower suspended from the ceiling like a giant hammock. There's some other accoutrements like a desk and some chairs and some other small things, but not too much, not too well furnished. There's also an armoire. And you also see a fold out of the mess hall. There's several large, long tables, and you saw an image of a satyr who talked with.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and be very transparent right now. I am not a big fan of Siadra. I think you all know that. So, if she were to die, I would not be broken up. However, I'm also very open to other ideas for, say, peacefully dealing with this thing before I go down there hot on my heels doing a pretty sweet volcano drop. Really gonna make this thing work, by the way. So, before I go tipping off of this thing like a scuba diver, does anybody have any kind of reservations?
He hasn't done much to gain my favor.
Bro, she was fairly chill with us before. She didn't kill Zarek when we asked her nicely. And
After
don't know.
partially burning him in the water.
Brad, I consider you probably somebody who's a bit closer to the faith than maybe any one of us, except for me, naturally, in Helm. But what righteous goddess ever has to take a mortal's power from him? Look at Cogmaster Bodyknock. I mean, he was prized in his entire life for being somebody who is super awesome at doing his thing. And now, just because we needed him to cover our ship, to protect our ship, he sacrificed that for what? So a god can say, I'll protect your ship? She could have done that without taking his power, man. I don't like her. Something smells off about it. And let me just follow up that point with saying, naturally, anytime Soot likes anything, besides us, I'm very wary about it. And he seems to like that thing an awful lot.
Have any
Wait, Wait a second. I'm having an idea. She's making lots of snails. She's got the snail eggs. Snail stuff's used for magic. Nope, it's gone. I don't know.
Okay, well, let's work with what we got, right? So we've got snails, snail eggs, snail thingy magic, and then that's all he's got. So you magic people, put it together. What do we know about the snails? What kind of magic stuff do they got? We were told that their stuff can make spice, which I'm very interested in.
Oh, did you find that out?
Wait a minute.
I
Rewind.
don't think you know that.
I was just
Tell me,
about to say,
magic
who told
users.
you?
So tell me, magic users, what can we do with this information? What kind of magical properties do we know that the eye stalk's very adhesive and work well for binding the ships and stuff?
The gems, yeah, like magical healing of gem stuff. What else?
That's magic people. What else?
Oh, and she wants to get back to the Feywild. That was the other thing.
So, like, maybe she's building something with the shells to reflect her back into...
Or it's going to be a very slow mode of transportation to take the Feywild back over. Some sort of armored mount.
I've got a question. Normally, I definitely condone lying if it betters our scenario. So this is normally one of those scenarios, Ander. We have a fork that we know of. She wants to get back to the Feywild, but she doesn't know which way that fork goes. Maybe you could slyly talk your way into saying this fork takes you to the Feywild, and we'll just give you a one-way ticket there.
You can't have my forks.
No, you don't. You only have one fork.
Right.
Doesn't that fork take us back here, though?
Right. So look it. This fork, we can tell her it takes her to the Feywild, and then maybe this fork, I don't know how magic works, but could it just put her someplace else?
Isn't that just delaying the problem, though? Like, all of her intentions are the issue.
Right. Okay, that's a great point, and I tried to look at it from a peaceful way. I still say we cut her head off.
Why don't we just beat her up till she's almost dead and then try to convince her ways are wrong, when she's really definitely listening.
When she has no choice.
Yeah.
Normally you do that the other way around.
But she's really powerful and she wants soot. And
she is very powerful. She's practically a goddess. And Oberesh may be there. Have we thought of that?
I forgot about it.
Oberesh and his crew might be there.
Yeah, that's a big one.
And that elemental. And that snail.
I'm glad I didn't go in there hot like the volcano drop I was ready to do, buddy. Forgot about the fire chain lot.
Do we have any way of seeing what's going on inside there without going?
Oh, I can do something, maybe.
Well, as you guys are approaching from the top side, you are, assuming you've slowed down considerably. Let me pull up the map. You see a small compound, a compound that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 kind of dome structures that have interlocked of different heights. There is one that's much taller than the other, and and the rest are all kind of varying heights below that. But the tallest one is kind of off to the right and near the middle of the whole compound.
I could scry her and see what she's doing right now. We just take 10 minutes.
Okay. That's an option. Wait, it takes 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And wait, we're presumably really close to this compound, within 10 minutes?
Oh, easy. Yeah. You're.
We can already
I
see
can tell Gimbal to just put the brakes on for a minute. We can hover. It's an airship.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
I'll start down and start prepping the ritual and start blowing out smoke rings to do a little scry.
Cool. So as you give the word down to Gimbal, you feel the ship go, you just slow down like almost soundlessly, and it just stops and just kind of hovers there, kind of bobbing back and forth slowly. As the currents of the wind kind of push it gently, you feel the rain falling down, piercing bits of soot's smoke rings, and as he goes, blows one large one that forms a huge circle, and in the center, an image appears.
So it
Yeah,
does
get a
have
roll.
there's a wisdom saving throw for the target, but it
Okay.
is, they have -5 to it, and it is a DC of 18.
Whoa.
I get the first roll of the night.
Yeah. Oh.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
No, wait. We did some ship fixing.
You guys have done stuff already, yeah.
This is the first like spell magic
So
kind of.
I totally see Soot like getting into a small cabin, right, and like hotboxing it to where the whole room becomes smoke, right? But then the smoke turns into like a virtual world. So like when he's almost like in it, looking down in this virtual smoke.
Oh, I like that.
Chong.
Yeah, he Cheech and Chonged it.
Yeah.
Chonged it.
We get it, so you vape.
Oh my god.
Okay, so what is
-5,
it's a saving throw?
DC 18, and it is a wisdom save.
Roll the same number twice.
-5.
-5?
-5, because I know the target well.
Damn. So I rolled a 16 total.
Yes, then I succeed.
Yep.
The spell creates an invisible sensor within 10 feet of the target. I can see and hear through the sensor as if I was there. And the sensor moves with the target, remaining within 10 feet for the duration.
Okay. So you see Siadra, and currently she is seated at a desk, looking at a book, examining what appears to be a myriad number of dates, different other scribblings in Sylvan, and hold on, let me pull up some of my other stuff.
I don't know any Sylvan, so.
Let's see. You're also seeing images. Hold on, I will put this into the chat.
Brad knows
Sorry.
Sylvan.
Yeah, but that's, I mean.
This would be like,
It's
can
fine,
recite
fine.
any of the weird noises you hear. He might be able to help.
So you're seeing different images of runes and other celestial markings. And these clearly outline different kinds of concentric circles and stars and patterns. One is clearly lunar and one is clearly solar. And you hear her kind of muttering to herself, maybe it's time. Maybe it is time. And as she picks her head up out of the book. The library around her is full of scrolls and other tomes and other books, obviously, but mostly it looks just to be a lot of just roll-up scrolls, bound with leather cords and things like that. And she turns to her right, and before you is through her eyes is a huge orrery. You know that thing in Dark Crystal with like all the spinning and all the
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that.
Okay.
You see that sort of slowly spinning around and different kind of celestial bodies, and there seems to be a weird geometry and arithmetic to it. Sometimes you hear like a slight ding, ding of things moving and ratcheting, and she goes up to it very clearly, and she looks in the center and examines the walls behind her, and the walls are all marked with different constellations. It's like the night sky has been mapped onto the inside of this dome, but it's not like fine etching. It's like someone like hand drew all of the constellations over a period of years, marking out like a certain map. There's like larger stars and there's lines connecting things all the way across the inside dome of this sky, of this. And she looks beyond through the orrery, and you see like a small forest. And on each of the trees there are like these little charms that are kind of dangling, and they're glowing kind of a nice light golden color. And she goes, yes, I think it is that the Age of Dragons is here. Well, I could still leave. How long does the spell last?
The spell lasts for 10 minutes.
Yeah, and then after that, the smoke dims and washes away.
All right, I'll get out of my hot box, and I'll get in front of everybody, and I'm gonna first. I'm like, she was looking at these things, and I throw up like an illusion of like basically what I saw, but like the MS Paint version. You know?
Oh my god.
So like, yeah, you can't tell
An
what any of the
angular.
runes mean or anything. I don't remember what they are. So you know, and then there was, and then I replay the whole scene with the little paper cutouts and like make the little mouth moves, and I do the voices for Siadra. Like, yes, baby, it is time. It is the time of dragons. You know, like that, and then.
Oh.
Yeah, she's in some kind of like library scroll place with this machine. Probably down there.
Is the Age of Dragons something that's like common lore or information that anyone who's studied anything might have come across? Is it like the Zodiac? Because like Brad's like all about the
Which
Zodiac.
connects that to what we've been doing, our main overall quest, which is to prevent the dragons and Tiamat from unleashing her forces on the planet here. I don't know. That's my guess. Brad?
Oh, yeah.
I guess I can try to think about my histories in our tales. 16 for a history check.
Okay. Much of what you know about the Age of Dragons was in passing. It's kind of passed off as like a myth or a joke or something that wasn't realistically going to happen, because most of the dragons have been too capricious or covetous and to work together in order to pull something like that off, and no one really took it very seriously. Perhaps until now.
So,
Yeah, I kind of
like,
think that's related to the whole thing with Tiamat and the Unicorn Guardians and that stuff. That doesn't mean she's related to it. She may be. She said the Age of Dragons. Did she say anything else?
was she like happy about it?
Does she want to stick around for it, or?
She was like, maybe it's time. I don't know. Maybe it's
So
time.
you're not going to tell us she was trying to leave?
I'm sorry, what?
You're not going to tell us she was trying to leave?
Or comforted by the idea that she could still leave if she wanted to?
Oh yeah, no, I said the whole thing. I wanted to like replay
Okay.
what Matt said so you guys have an idea of what it is. But I did it in like my dumb.
Did you replay any of the Sylvan?
No, I don't know any Sylvan, so.
That Sylvan was written, right, and
Yeah.
not spoken, so he
It
wouldn't
looked-
have had any.
It looked like
Oh,
gibberish.
yeah. Gotcha.
So maybe we should talk to her. How about that? How about we talk to her? We talk to her and say, hey, what do you know about this Age of Dragons? What's going on? Could you please give Cogmaster his powers back? Maybe if she agrees to these things, that's all we have to do. Maybe I'll
Whoa!
find out what she wants to do with Oberesh. But
Brad just had like a super sweet idea. Like, right, like the protecting the unicorns thing was totally for Oberon, right? Like that's who sent you on the mission. What if she helped us and like Oberon loved her again or something? Like what if that got her back to the Feywild? Oh my god, Brad is such a genius.
I'd have to say that's probably the very smartest thing that you've ever come up with, Brad.
Oberon's married to Titania.
No. Like I don't know that it was like some sort of like love triangle that the issue was. I'm saying like if she got kicked out of the Feywild and like we're doing, we're like doing shit for Oberon, and like what if she helped us do that stuff?
To get in good graces.
Yeah, maybe Oberon would forgive her. Maybe she could then appeal to his greater sense of Oberon-ness.
I follow the winding and twisted way of your logic now.
Yeah, like we're all sea turtles, bro.
All in favor.
Of what?
Oh, how do I
Talking
use my
to
hand?
her? And you're trying to
All in
convince her
favor
of
of saying that I'm the best. No, but yes, talking to her.
Tried to sneak that one in there, Enola.
I did, and I was very clever for doing it. Thank you, Elvin. But no, yeah, let's just go down there and talk. I think, and maybe try to convince her.
See,
What could go wrong?
I knew we
Out of character, I love that we've taken 2 votes today with completely opposite like things. All right, who's in favor of let's go mess her up? All right, yeah, okay, that wins. All right, who's in favor of let's go talk to her?
Brad raised his hand both times.
So did Elvin. That's why I thought it was so funny.
This
I'm in favor of talking.
moment defines the campaign. This is your dynamic in a nutshell, right
Yeah,
here.
Andrew's been consistent.
You mean-
Andrew wanted
you
to
mean
talk
like-
to her all along.
90% of the way going up, and we're gonna volcano drop, and then right at the last minute, wait a minute, guys, here's the better option.
Yeah.
What if we get her to help us instead of murdering her face?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Oddlot. Thank you. That is, well done.
Good job, guys. Slow clap.
Good job, guys.
Yeah. we got somewhere interesting. Oh
So
boy.
Hey, we did it.
Do I get to go tell her that we're coming?
No,
No.
wait,
Oh.
do
No.
we?
No.
Bro,
We're not
the way
giving her a
she
half
treated
page.
you is like super disrespectful. So like,
Yeah.
why don't we just like play
Aw.
it slow and chill?
Yeah,
like, you
we'll all
stick
go
with
in
us.
together.
Just because she was nice does not mean that it was wanted affection. You have
But I did
you were
want.
under no obligation to accept that.
I did want the affection.
Oh.
Kind
That's
of.
right, you're a freaking little cat.
Before we go down there, can I just make one small note in our rider for this contract? What I would like to say is, first, she's got a bunch of snails with a bunch of eggs. We know that we could use those snail shells for our ship. So, I propose it's a win-win scenario, right? So we say, hey, Siedra, you want to get back to position A. Well, we can help provide you with position A. However, in return, we're not doing it for free. We want all of those shells and their excrements for whatever purposes we are using them to create anything we want to for.
Excrements.
Spice.
What? I can't wait till this all falls apart. It's gonna be so great.
Yeah.
I mean, let's not forget that she is dealing with Oberash. Just because she
Yeah,
wants
but
to,
like
she's actually good.
desperation, man. Like
Let's go, let's
desperation
go.
leads
I wanna
people
go.
to do bad
Okay.
things.
Well,
So
we need to find out what she's doing. What's the deal here?
So in preparation for us actually going down, like at that moment where we're like really gonna like, go in, I think I'm gonna just double check how long this spell lasts. But I think Bless only lasts for a minute. Never mind. But Brad's just gonna cast resistance on himself, like be strong with the little finger puppet. Be like, you guys ready?
I have to step away for just a second.
Do you want to do an intermission?
yeah,
It is
we're
8:30.
gonna have intermission in like a couple of minutes. Can you hold on to it there, Ander?
Well, if he needs to go too, like
It's,
Well,
yeah.
well,
make it back before.
Okay. So we'll just wrap it up here. So as you guys are descending, the airship kind of parts part of the trees. You're not really finding a great place to land. And Gibble's like, guys, you gotta jump. Here, throw some ladders. So he throws out these little these rope ladders, and it kind of tumbles down the side of the airship. Yeah. And he goes back to guiding the ship around. So you can either try to jump down, or float down, or fly down, or
You're still kind of with me in tow, right?
Sure, but I can totally jump and levitate. But yeah, sure, why not?
Well, because I'm just gonna look back and be like, I'm gonna fall really hard if you don't put something on me.
I don't have anything that would help.
I'm gonna fall real hard.
Why don't we save our spells and go down mundanely, okay? I know it's not as impressive
at
as
these
I
ladders,
called dibs
I know
on
it's not as
first, and I go
exciting,
down
but
first.
yes. Okay.
So here's your descending the staircase music. So.
Oh yeah. Like enter in like an 80s action TV show.
The wind is whipping up. The rain is hitting your faces. It's matting your hair just in the right spots. And you got this kind of glisten from the sunshine as you come down the stairs. Yeah, and you hit the ground, and the camera slowly moves up from the feet, looks all the way up, and you're all standing there, like dashing,
arms crossed, and yeah,
superhero landing.
Yeah, and that's where we're gonna take a break.
Noise.
All right.
Oh, I love it.
Good deal.
Everybody go get some snacks and stuff.
Cool. Go to the bathroom, get some snacks. Hang out with us, folks. If you are watching, if you are, that's great. Super cool. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Thanks. Hey, hello. Cool. So welcome back, one and all. Right on. So just want to say thank you to, I guess, Tabletop Audio, because they're awesome loop sounds or 10-minute segments. I'm using some of that tonight. Yeah, so I want to say thanks to that. So let's get back into this, shall we? You have...
And thanks, folks, for the fan art. Oh my god!
Oh my gosh, just the fan art is incredible.
Oh yeah. We all had a good solid chuckle over it over the break. It's really just mwah.
Yeah. That does need to be inked, by the way. BT does.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Great. So you guys have taken the ladders down after a semi-epic camera move upwards. You are now in front of Siedra's compound. There is before you the entrance, which has two sides to it. There is like the sort of, like if you're looking at the sort of half circle, there's entrances here and here, and there's these pillars that lead into this sort of antechamber with a stairway going up. Inside this antechamber is grass on the floor. It's very earthy. There's flowers springing up like more of those daffodils, and there's moss growing on the walls and vines hanging down with small tendrils, and there's flowers on at the ends of the tendrils. If you could all make perception checks, that'd be cool.
Sure thing.
I am cool, sucker.
Oh man, my turtle didn't land in the rolly thing. But
16.
Oh no!
I know.
Snow.
But its sacrifice does bring me to 19. So.
All right. And yep. I've got a cat on my desk, so she immediately went for my rolling tray. Let's see what we get. Ooh, an 18 on the die means a 27.
Hot diggity, dude.
For Alvin. Okay. Sorry, I referred to myself in the third person. That's awful.
I refer to
Brad's bad influence.
Brad.
Oh my gosh. Tyrael, and what'd you get? $27. That's bonkers. Okay, so
yeah. Perception's so high, it's dumb.
As most of you are just looking around, being aware of your surroundings. You don't notice anything glaring that's gonna jump out or anything like that, except for like Snow and Enola, who just seem to be taken with this the raw natural beauty of this location. There's a lot of do you guys remember what the forest looks like? You need to see the image again.
Oh yeah, it's like that misty.
It was
Yeah,
that misty, had that blue vibe to it.
yeah.
Equally
here,
spaced trees.
That's what it looks
Oh.
like. Yep. So yeah, so it looks like that, and it's the air of mystery here is very, very palpable. Yeah, but Alvin, kind of, you've seen stuff like this before. You're not taken in by its charms and its mystique. Peering through the columns, you see a feminine robed figure, long flowing gown, green drapes dripped, all the way down to the floor. You see a very glimmer of some toes that look to be orangish colored, tipping out from underneath the gown and padding into the grass, and then
Okay.
stop.
I don't make a big gesture, but I nod my head. I assume she can see us.
Okay.
So like just a small gesture of respect I make in her direction.
Okay. You all see Alvin kind of nodding in the direction.
Following his direction, I'm going to do a bow,
Okay.
whatever way he's tipping his head.
When they point her out, do we see her?
You can't. I mean, he didn't point her out, but you can't really see her from your vantage.
I'll browish quick to those members of the Oddlot who speak it. She's like, she's here. She's over there if you can't see her.
Oh, okay. I was just kind of following your lead.
Well, I'm stepping up front and I'm putting my shield just like this. Because I can't see a single thing. And I'm kind of scared a little bit. Because I don't see nothing. But I just saw your eyebrows move and I know something's afoot.
Okay. Other folks doing anything?
Brad
I'll
doesn't
look
speak
around.
Browish. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm moving
Brow-
around some more to see if I can see what Alvin saw.
Okay.
Brad's just gonna follow Anolo's lead. He doesn't speak Browish.
Okay. So as you get closer, you see the very tips of some orange-colored feet that are, and the tops of it are covered with a green gown. And after that, the gown just goes up and it kind of disappears because she's slightly elevated.
Siadra? Hello?
The feet begin to move forward. And they come back out into the entrance. And now, if here's the sort of circle area, here are the columns. You guys are out in front. She's standing in the middle of a sort of antechamber, protected by columns and the roof. And the grass seems to just bend out of her way as she comes forward. And she says, "Why, Oddlot, I have heard of you. Welcome to my grove. What can I do for you?"
You've heard of us? You've met us before.
"Oh yes, it took me a little bit to make the connections, but your reputation precedes you. Or shall I say, antecedes you after a bit of examination."
Hey, Ander, I just
Yeah?
kind of nudged you and I go, she's speaking mighty big words. I have no clue, not a one, of what she's saying.
It's okay.
I don't
It's
think
not
so.
magic.
Feel good. Anyway, go ahead.
All good things, I hope, Siadra.
Well, I'd say so. So, what brings you to my doorstep? Oh, Kitty! She puts her hands out.
I was gonna say if
No way.
I'm sure a few of us like put a little hand out to Soot, like play it cool.
I'm already hesitant. You get back. Get out of here. Nah.
But Kitty, you ran off. Why? But you've come back. Why'd you run? But you've come back.
First of all, he doesn't belong to you. What the heck? How can you even assume that would be a thing? Number one, I'm all about these number points today. And number two, you could step back.
And like number C, we like totally have some questions and like maybe possibly solutions.
I like number C.
Yeah.
The triangle, he's not an actual cat. He's a tabaxi.
You shut up first.
She's like, well, Enola, I need you to make. Were you trying to intimidate her?
Yeah, I'm intimidating her.
Yeah,
please.
Make an intimidation check, please.
Yes. I get advantage on this, by the way. You're not gonna believe it. I swear to God, but my first roll was in that 20.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
it's a 29.
Okay.
I'm gonna take that one.
Okay. So she looks at you. She kind of cocks her head. She doesn't move, but she kind of sweeps out her hand, and all the ground before her turns into violets and pink flowers and other kinds of things. So as she spreads her hand out, just the whole half of this antechamber just blooms with floral stuff. She goes, perhaps you have misconstrued some of my actions. I sent you a note of my banishment. I wanted you to know that I'm like you. I have been aggrieved. I have been wronged. I sent a note to you to bring my kitty back. And you, my elemental just kind of prompted the encounter.
Yeah, not a fan of the elemental.
I
he
was.
could've killed us.
That was neat.
But Johnny's good. You really got to get to know him, though.
Soot?
I like her. She's fun.
Shut it.
Soot.
But it was fun though, right? This a big monster comes out and it splashes at the ship and people almost die. It was great.
So not everything that gets the blood pumping is fun.
But that was. Wasn't it? I don't know. I
Is
had
that
fun.
an adrenaline junkie?
No.
He's a
Maybe.
chaotic creature.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed my hospitality.
Yeah, about your hospitality.
So, maybe you should come on. Maybe we can make amends, perhaps, and come to an agreement of sorts. Why don't you come in?
I start
Why
to
don't we
move
stand
towards
here?
Oh.
I like that idea.
Yeah, again,
So just
Alvin
gonna-
is holding Soot back, like, Soot, easy, buddy, easy. Play it
And
cool.
with her other hand, you see like her left hand made all the flowers. Her right hand comes out, and you see it kind of gripping a little bit with a sort of force, some sort of energy.
What?
Ooh.
Actually, those of you who are casters, or let's see, so I'll have who has it? I think Ander, Brad, Tyrael, and Snow, and Soot make Arcana checks for me.
Ooh. Come on, turtle.
I
16.
total
Because it is very clear that she is casting a spell.
8.
Well, I rolled really high.
At 20, so 27.
Okay.
17 on
22 for me.
Okay. So, Andrew, what'd you get?
16.
16. Snow.
17.
Okay. So you all recognize this spell that she is trying to
Except Brad.
cast, except for Brad. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she is clearly trying to cast telekinesis to try to pull Soot towards her.
You know, Siadra, you said we misunderstood you? Your hospitality? This isn't hospitality trying to take one of our companions.
He wants to come with me.
He's confused about a lot of things.
Yeah.
So he needs to stay here with us.
Okay. She drops her spell. I see. It seems you have more companions and more friends than you alluded to last time we met, Kitty.
Did I?
Well, I was under the impression that you were here by your lonesome and that you needed a new home.
Oh. I'm bad at explaining things.
Well, this is like super true.
Indeed.
That's right.
And you see her pallor kind of soften to like a very pale orange. It's turning almost to shades of blue coming through, like her color, her skin tone, and her garments start to change a bit.
You know, if you're looking for a pet, there are shelters, and there's many deserving animals out there. I start playing in the arms of the angel.
Okay.
Oh no.
Make a performance check.
Andrew McLaughlin.
Not one of my better ones, but an 18.
18. Okay. Yeah, you sing the song very beautifully, accurately, and she regards it. She goes, "Well, I'm not one to back out of an agreement, but I'm not sure if we actually had an agreement per se. I was under the impression that my kitty wished to spend eternity with me in the glory of the Feywild. But all things change."
Oh, right. Oh, that's why we're here. Oh, Brad totally forgot. Like, so, speaking of the Feywild, Sandra, like, we have, like, an idea. Because, like, I know you want to go back. But, like, going back while, like, you've been banished is, like, super rough. So, like, what if we have an idea that might help you get unbanished?
And she comes out through the columns and stands on the stairs. And you see her tendril-like blonde hair with twigs and flowers adorned through it. She looks down and she goes, "I'm listening. Explain your proposition."
Brad kind of like looks around like, you're really gonna let me talk? He's a little scared. She's big and scary. Yeah, like, so we're on like this epic quest as heroes, and one of the things that we're doing is actually like a super hard task for Oberon. And like,
you see her actually make a what do you guys passive perception?
16.
A question I long for. 19.
Oh, insight? Would it be insight?
No, passive
like,
perception.
Well, I have 3 different kinds. There's wisdom, intelligence.
no, there's a
and-
passive one. It's down
Wisdom.
at the bottom.
It should
wisdom.
say
It's a
in
wisdom-based,
the
yeah.
Pure wisdom.
it's whiz-based, and then it's
10.
Okay.
10 plus your wisdom
Six.
modifier, I believe. Plus
Yep.
something else if you're a bard and you have
plus
like
your proficiency
bonuses.
bonus if you are proficient in it. That's why Alvin's is high.
Yeah.
Okay. So anybody have 15 and above? Oh
No,
my
I think I
god,
do.
are you kidding me? 19?
No,
Yeah,
I
but-
I mistyped. Yeah.
That's
Sorry,
still
I
high.
typed 29 at first. Well, it's
Wow.
because I'm proficient in it.
Okay,
And I'm
so
a wisdom-based caster, so it's already whiz is high.
Fair enough. So 15 and above. Those of you, when Brad mentions the name of Oberon, you see Seadra's jaws kind of tighten right here at the very edge of, kind of just very, very slightly. Continue.
Like, I personally have, like, never met the man, but, like, apparently he's got this task that we've been working on doing that's gonna, like, I don't really actually know the details, but, like, it involves unicorns, and, like, we totally saved some already, but there's more. And, like, maybe if you and us work together, Oberon would rescind that banishment because he would see the good in you. Hey.
Make a persuasion check for me.
Okay.
You got this, Brad. Inspiration. Or whatever. Aspiration.
Yeah, I'll use that. I'll take the bardic inspiration. Yeah.
Plus, you've got
Ooh,
extra
that's
bonus.
what is it? A D10, right? Now
Yeah.
for you. All right. Well, persuasion. This is gonna be glorious. Just so you guys know. I rolled the bardic inspiration just because I'm like, why not? Rolled a 17 on the die, plus 7, so that's 24, and then I have a 13 bonus to persuasion. So
A 13 bonus to persuasion?
13, yep, I have double.
Not bad.
I have double my. Not bad. I know, right? Yeah, but
Yeah.
you don't just bard stuff.
Okay.
Just poet stuff. So that is
Brad is the jack of all fucking trades, man.
He's a wild character.
Everything. He's the wild card.
Oh my god, it's Charlie Day.
He's Charlie
Wild card.
Wild card!
Master of absolutely
So that's
nothing.
a 37.
Wow.
Oh my gosh,
think?
Yeah.
37.
Yeah, 37.
That is ridiculous.
Oh my god, why did we play this game? Oh,
Wait, you said you got a 17 on the dice, right?
yeah, and then the
17
7
plus-
on the bardic.
Plus,
Yeah.
the
17
bardic
on the
inspiration.
D20.
That's
Plus the bardic
24
inspiration.
plus
Plus
13.
13 modifier.
Holy Chicago
Wow.
beans.
Okay,
Yeah, it's a lot of beans.
so she descends down a couple more steps, getting closer to you guys. The grass growing more fertile around her on her feet. It seems to almost elevate and carpet her steps. Her hue begins to go back to a bit more of a orangish pallor, not so much white or blue. And she looks at you, Brad. She goes, "Well, it's been quite some time since I've seen someone. How should I say this? Bequeathed to this world from the sea." And she takes a sniff through her nose. She goes, "I still smell the brine on you."
I haven't bathed in a while. Sorry.
And honest. Well, the unicorns are not unfamiliar to me. There's probably more you should know now. Since we have being so forthright with one another, and I feel like our frankness is bringing us together almost as friends.
Yeah.
So,
Friendship's rad.
Oberon and I have a past. We were lovers before that vile wench Titania. And the unicorns were his gift to me. But when he banished me at the behest of that trollop, he gave the unicorns back. They're part of the nuptials. So I'm very aware of the unicorns.
Wow, you got dealt like that is harsh. I can understand there being like some total resentment on your part. Like that sounds like Oberon handled that real badly.
He is a capricious and insolent fellow.
Well, like sounds to me like you dodged a bullet. You know, like you totally deserve better.
Oh yeah.
Sounds to me like I just only heard one side of the story, though.
Although I do remember what he did to Tuzard's familiar.
So, like, so how, like, if you could get back into the Feywild, I bet you could totally find like some totally decent guy to hook up with. So, like, I totally understand like wanting to go back with your people.
Oh, finding a person to occupy my time or hook up with, as you so eloquently put it, is no problem for me. I would just find somebody. There are myriad people around. I could find any one of you. I could take one of you now to my bedroom, and we would have a grand old time.
Did you just take your glasses off? I'm dying.
The point of this spear tip of an argument is my heart belongs to Oberon. I, for better or worse, I'm in love with him. I don't want to be all the time, but I am. And I will get back there, and I will end Titania and take back what is mine.
Oh, one moment, please, if you don't mind.
You guys want to powwow for a second?
We're gonna huddle, because that's... Okay, first. I definitely 100% believe she can hear me. Number 2.
You're really loving these lists today, aren't you, buddy?
Buddy, I'm definitely liking them. I saw a seminar on them, and it made me think of things. You know, like, it's all...
So a TED Talk?
When did you have time to attend a seminar?
I watched a Ned Talk. But anyway.
A Ned Talk.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
But listen, I want to get in the middle of no love triangle, and I quite liked Oberon and Titania. I liked them. I mean, come on, Ander, right? Like,
It sounds
look,
like
it's the brooch!
she's like handling her rejection really badly, and she needs some closure and stuff. But like killing someone else is just that's definitely straight up evil. Like
Not
just
a good
because of
choice.
love. But like
Maybe there's like a different sense of, you know, bad and good for Faye. I don't know what I'm saying.
No, I kind of see what you're saying, but it's not our sense, so it's hard to make a judgment that way.
I hate to be the guy that looks Oberon in the face, right? Saying, yeah, buddy, look, she helped us out. We want to let your crazy ex-girlfriend back into your realm because we thought it was cool with you. Like, it's probably not cool with him, man. I don't want to be that guy.
He didn't specifically say that, though. He had a chance to give Alvin an answer. And,
He told us, use your best judgment. My best judgment saying, this is a sticky situation.
like it also sounds
So
like
seem to fully believe that she won't be capable of returning herself to the Feywild, which is why I think he said we could use our best judgment, because he thinks this isn't his problem anymore.
Okay. I look over at her and I say, one second. Just one quick second.
Take your time. I realize I just unloaded a bunch on you, so take your time.
Guns. We're close.
really appreciate you being so upfront with us too. Like that's super.
Well, I mean, you're very charming, and you smell like the sea, which reminds me of home a bit. So,
That's
Give me a chance to talk to her.
You want to?
Well,
Yeah, talk. Yeah.
Should we find out why Oberon's even here, though? Or not
Oberon's
Oberon,
Oberash.
what was it?
Oberash.
Oberash.
Yeah, they start with the same.
Ober.
They both start with Ober.
Siadra.
Oh, it's Obrash. We've been adding an extra. Thank you. Okay.
Siadra. Can I tell you a story? Maybe
yes,
you can relate to it.
Halfkin, I would like to listen to you.
Years ago, I was in love with a woman named Esmeralda. And it was not a pleasant relationship, as it turned out, and I escaped it. This didn't sit well with Esmeralda, and she carried that anger, that hatred in her heart for a long time, until eventually I met her again. And in that moment, it could have turned out that we would have had to destroy one or the other, or the both of us. But instead, what I was able to show her was, you have to let that go. You have to move on. Otherwise, all that you have is destroyed. Killing Titania wouldn't make Oberon love you. It would make him hate you. In these machinations you have, these things that lead to evil, they will eat the core of you out until the point where you're not the same person that Oberon loved to begin with. I beg you, try to get over Oberon and find something better to do with your life.
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah, preach it. Brad's gonna give you his 1d6 inspiration. Like,
Okay.
share those experiences. Yeah.
Let's see. Wait, what? Hold on. 31.
You see her making prolonged eye contact with you, sizing you up. Kind of cocked her head to the side, thinking. It's almost like her gaze is piercing into you to see if you are honest and forthright and true, which she surmises that you are. She pauses for a moment. I want to go home more than anything. If you can offer me something in exchange for me not exacting my revenge or executing my wrath, I am very willing to just go home and leave him in peace. But I need something in return. And she kind of looks over at Soot.
No.
Kiss her!
Right.
Kiss her!
Who are you talking to?
I'll just be like, me? What?
She's talking to Soot.
What? What can I do?
You could be mine.
No.
I mean,
Anolo.
I'll talk directly into Nola's mind. I'm like, it's fine. Just, like, it'll be okay.
Okay.
How does that work?
And she waves her hands. She clasps her hands together, and she pulls up this thing, and it looks like a little document. In exchange for your raw talent, I will agree not to harm Titania or Oberon.
Wait,
he's already got a sugar daddy.
What's raw talent?
Yeah, what about...
So it doesn't cook anything. It's kind of gross.
I don't know if that... I kind of look down at my book, and I take my pipe out, and I'm just like, I don't know if I can do that because of the things I've seen.
You will be exposed to them. The shield that you have in front of you, this thing you are agreeing to bind yourself to, won't exist anymore. But I will be there to protect you.
Well, but you can take that. You can take that away.
Oh, anytime I wish, yes.
Like, what would the result? Wait, what? Well, Brad is confused. Hold on.
It's cool, Brad.
Let me get my 8-ball. Hold on.
Oh, oh boy! When the big decisions are made with an 8-ball, you know it's gonna be good. Colin might be rolling up a new character soon. Hey, or so it's gonna become like a monk or something. What even happens? Can a warlock stop being a
Concentrate
warlock?
and ask again. Hold on. I actually say
Sorry,
it. So it
Brad
says
will stop talking.
concentrate and ask again. Huh? Okay. Yeah. Maybe that's the best thing to do, right?
So you don't have to go by what that ball says all the time.
I'll start walking towards Ciadra.
Wait, so
what if she decides she doesn't want you anymore and she just takes it all back?
doesn't sound like a healthy relationship.
It can't be much worse than what I've got right now. And I'll just keep walking over to her.
Well, oh, bro, we're gonna miss you so much if you stay here, though. Like,
No,
you
I
can't
mean-
come with us anymore.
I can still go hang out with them, right?
I haven't decided yet.
So I think this whole thing's being blown out of proportion. I think it's okay if he goes. I mean, look at him. Little kitty. He just wants to do his thing. I mean, I don't like it, but he does.
It's
cool.
It's a codependent relationship.
Codependent, schmodependent.
So,
As you get closer, you feel that the document has this energy to it. It's almost like a gravitational pull. You feel there's a warmth coming off the document itself, and it's right now. As you get closer, you see that there's etchings and language being drawn across it as you approach, outlining that you would surrender all of your power for a certain amount of time, and you'd be under the protection of Ciadra.
What's the certain amount of time?
Mm-hmm.
It's not specified. Well, and you're not even near the document.
right. So I just want to kind of like look back. I'm actually going to use my telepathic powers just to talk to all of you for just a second in your heads. I'm just going to be like, guys, I've been trying to figure out how to how to get what's in my head out for so long. You know, I think I mentioned to you that I looked in this book and I've never been the same, and maybe this is the lesser evil. And then with that, I'm just gonna run up and like grab the document.
Okay.
Will he have like free will?
As you grab the document, you look that there is a line. It burns across in like kind of searing firework kind of section, and there's a little X at the bottom indicating where you need to sign it.
I guess I
Can I make an insight check on her?
Sure.
Would love to. Yeah, go ahead, Ander.
11.
We have inspiration.
You have
don't we?
you have an inspiration, yeah.
All right, I'll re-roll that. Okay. $22.
Okay.
That's all better.
Is she trying to trick him? Is this an up and up? Or is she just trying to... Is she trying to manipulate him into an unfair bargain?
Could everyone mute so I could talk to Avis?
Oh, yep. Headphones.
Yeah,
image.
just a second.
There it is.
So the stream can still hear.
Okay. So, as you look at her, her gaze is very stern. It's very, very, very serious. This is not something she's toying around with. This is a matter for her, which is, based upon the conversation and her body language, part of her ticket home. So there is a connection that you are drawing between the collection of talent and energy and something that she wants to do to get back to the Feywild. Okay?
Yeah.
But what that means, what that entails, you don't know. We good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come back.
Okay, everybody come back.
Come back.
Back.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. So as you, Ander, make eye contact with Siadra for a moment, she looks at you. She just kind of gives you like a half smirk as she looks down at Soot with his claw, ding, extending one of his little claws, getting ready to sign.
Siadra, I don't believe you have his best intentions in your heart. You just want what he's made of.
And how would you know? How would you know anything?
I'm very insightful.
He has free will. He is making his choice.
But he does not necessarily understand the consequence. So she's not going to treat you like an equal, like you are with the Oddlot. You're going to be a possession to her and a tool to be used to get her means to her end, getting back into the Feywild. You really need to ask yourself, is that what you want to do?
I mean, there is Cogmaster. It's almost like she forgot all about him the moment she
has
took
that power.
what he's got.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
Actually, Ander, make a history check for me.
19.
So at this moment, you are recalling part of Soot's scrying. So after you look through the orrery, there was that forest, and you saw all these little dangling golden vials or pouches or something. The same golden color as this letter, this document in front of you right now.
She's collecting powers. Soot, all those little orbs, those little things that were in her place, those are all other people's powers. Where are they now?
She looks down. She gets it real close to Soot. She goes, "Time to sign, kitty."
But are you gonna
I don't advise you to do this.
are you gonna take it out of my head?
So we can find other ways to do that, maybe.
They freed me from a sword that was pretty bad. It's doable.
Is she gonna take all of it? What if she only leaves you with the worst part?
That's true. But wait, he's cool with it.
If you really want it, buddy, we support you. We're just worried. Because this is a big step, bro.
Is this... I don't understand. Are you going to replace the dreamer?
I'm not sure if the dreamer will ever be totally gone, and if he ever realizes that you are gone, who knows what he might do. But I can offer protection. I cannot remove what you have seen.
I take a step back.
Yeah, she can't do anything good for you, buddy. She can't
steps
do anything
forward.
good.
I dimension door behind the Oddlot.
Bam.
I love that. One cautious step. She steps forward. I dimension doorway. That's really great.
She holds out her hand. You see the document roll up and just vanish. She brings her hand down. It seems we are at an impasse.
So look, I mean, you didn't quite get what you fully wanted, right? I mean, what if we still help you get in good favor so that you could on good terms get into the place you want to get into without taking Soot's power and stuff? Or anybody for that matter, I'd like to say. Nobody's.
I could maybe get you into the Feywild if we had the right fork.
Being welcomed in and breaking in are
That's
still
what I'm
seriously
saying.
two totally different things.
To do, and I want Siadra to be welcomed back instead of just poofed back.
To be home and a fugitive is not to be home at all. Bragg gets this distant poetic look in his eye as he says that.
Be in your shell, man.
It's like one manly tear in the corner, just like.
Yeah.
So you see Siadra, she turns around and she goes, "Well, I'm very glad that you are offering me alternatives." And she starts to ascend the stairs, and she gets back up to the antechamber where the columns are and turns around to look at you again. "But you are missing the larger picture. You see, if I'm going home, I'm bringing my home back with me."
Could you maybe minus a couple snail shells?
No, I think you missed something. Brad's picking up some gnarly vibes.
What does that mean if you take this back with you? This place back with you?
These woods.
I know. What happens to the space that's no longer occupied by your home?
It will be empty.
Excuse me. Maybe you forgot, or maybe you just didn't read all the signs on my shield or anything, but I'm one of Helm, and I like to protect things exactly the way they are. So you're gonna keep things the way they are, and you're gonna go back to where you want to go, right?
Let's
and
reframe this.
I'm not
Mr.
reframing
Helm.
it. Excuse
You know,
what?
These...
Yes, okay, I like that.
These woods are my home. What they call the Markham Woods are my home. This is what Oberon banished me with.
It's almost like your KOA campground, right? You can claim it yours, but you only go there and you have to pay a fee. You can't just come to our place and claim a piece of wood and take
I
it
am
away.
a refugee. I did not choose to come here.
Well, then go someplace else.
I did not pay for some KOA.
We'll go someplace else.
Like we said, we're like happy to try to help you get back to where you were banished from
Yep.
in the proper method. Like
Then I need talent. I need people's raw power.
Why?
Finish my ritual at the appointed time so I can go home.
But you're not welcome. You're not getting a point. Right, it's spelled right in front of you. Right, so spell it. Spell it for me. He don't want you home.
Okay,
Okay?
I'll write that out.
Do something
Sure.
in good favor to get good.
oh my
Those of you, let's see. You Anolo,
Yep.
you start to feel several grasses and vines start to bind your legs. She goes, I've had enough of what you are saying.
I'm just playing it simple.
Yes, or no? You do that very well usually.
And
Comes
you
naturally.
feel vines constrict around your legs and start to tighten.
So let's
Hey.
make a DC strength check. Because I got this ability too.
Well, you could if you wish.
Yes, I do wish. Let's make a strength check.
As he's struggling to do it, I'm going to say, "Hey, Sandra, let's keep
17.
this professional."
Oh, as long I'm very willing to be professional. I have excelled at being professional in my time in this material plane. You have very little concept of the connections that I have and the people that I know and the things that I can do to make your lives very, very rewarding and enriching and easy, or extraordinarily difficult.
Good question. Is that extraordinarily easy or more difficult just within the confines of your home in this woods, or is that all over?
Oh, all over.
Actually, yeah. Speaking of people, what's the deal with Obrash being here?
Oh, he's a business associate. She just waves you off, like dismissing you.
What kind of business?
I invited you in and you declined. Why should I divulge all of my stuff and all of my secrets here? You did not sign my contract. You have not taken my hospitality.
Well, the off threat and the fact that you're working with a devil worshipper doesn't quite make things sound very good.
A quick question. Did you maybe perhaps make a similar deal with him like you did with Soot? Or were trying to?
Oh no, our arrangement is much, much different.
Darn.
I provide a commodity and he ships it. And then he returns with things.
Snail
sweet.
snail stuff?
Yep. Spice.
Yeah. It's gotta be spice.
Yes, if you must know, it is spice.
Guys, what do we do?
I'm not liking her, not one single second. I'm not liking her.
No,
Not one tiny bit.
turning south pretty quickly.
However, there's one side of her that I do really, really appreciate. If she's anything to do with Dudra Spice.
Yeah, that's some really good shit.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
Right, so I mean,
Yeah, Brad totally.
we'd be
agrees.
cutting off an entire hose of that. But I mean, I see what we're saying here is that she's a very terrible person.
Oh, I know Dudra.
You do
You know
not.
Dudra?
You stop it. You speak lies to me. Are you speaking lies?
I have not spoken one lie.
No,
That
it's
might
having
be
a
a lie.
breakdown.
You can make an insight check.
I would like to do that, actually. Let me write it. 16.
You take her at her word.
I'll take you at your word. You make sense. Now, how do you know Dudra?
We have business dealings.
Ha! Again, we foiled 2 of your operations and you didn't even know it. We
Oh no,
are
she's
the
still quite
Oddlot.
operational, from what I understand.
Well, I guess maybe I meant to say something different. Anywho, listen.
Did you guys wait? Hold on. And she pauses for a moment. Dudra said she hired some newcomers into town to protect one of her warehouses. And that evening it was set on fire, then miraculously put out, and... You wouldn't have anything to know about that, would you?
No idea here.
I don't know. No, what are you talking about?
Interesting.
I was
Um,
around for.
Can I tell if I heard of the Oddlot doing that? Can I do a history check?
Oh yeah.
To see
Yeah, you
if
can do
I...
a history check, yeah.
Okay.
Soot, #1 Oddlot fanboy.
Yeah.
Okay, only a 4.
Oh.
Nah, you're remembering your time in Newsham, examining it, looking around. You've been to that location, but you don't remember anything about what she's saying.
Yeah, okay. You guys are safe.
There was a lot of sand and spice. I don't remember a lot about that
A
time.
whole lot of spice.
So, at this juncture, it seems that you can just go on your merry way and do whatever it is you are odd-lotting and leave me at peace, or you can offer me something worthwhile. If you cannot offer me something I cannot use, this parley is at an end. And lead me to my business.
Oh, interesting.
How about a chance to end the Age of Dragons before it starts?
I'm not sure if that can be stopped anymore. Based upon my research and my assessments.
Oh, I don't know about that. We stopped and I go over some of our history in the area. What would make you say that it can't be stopped now?
The stars are aligning. The constellations, the planets, there is a new energy to them, a new alignment that was not hitherto there before. Things have speeded up, other things have slowed down. My charts are predicting, they are not entirely accurate, but it is a bit unnerving how accurate, how this might come to pass.
Wait, let me get one thing straight. You're saying there's something to Brad's astrology hokum?
Oh, the future is wonderful. In the future, there are no facts. You can alter it. You can perhaps bend it, and if you call it hokum, hokum it is, but there is something to it.
Whoa.
I can't think about that right now. Well, it's just speaking of this.
And she turns to go back inside. And she gets back into the antechamber in front of the grass. She goes, "It has been a bit of a joy chatting with you. Perhaps our paths will cross again sometime." And she goes back into her compound.
Is this the part where we attack her and beat her up?
Why? What? Why?
I don't know. That's what.
Well, I'm going to be quite straight with you. I thought that was what was going to happen if Plan A, peaceful treaty thingies, didn't work out. I thought we were just going to lop her head off.
Like, so she's not like super planning to like destroy the planet, right?
No, but
And like,
go ahead.
well, like, what? Maybe we should like go save those unicorns. If what she's saying is true about the stars, I'll have to check tonight and like see if I can see anything in them. But like, then maybe we really, really need to go and save those unicorns now, because like if we die here fighting Siadra and Oberon's fight with Titania, like love triangle garbage, like that's not really our place. I think we need to try to get to the unicorns as fast as possible.
But can we let her just run around and steal people's talents and things? With unfair
I mean, like
she was going to offer Soot?
She was going to do a trade.
But she didn't give you all the information.
Sometimes that's how trades go. People have taken a lot from me from trades before, but that's how those go.
Yo, by the way, Ander, maybe you should tell her that when we picked up the ship, it was like the way that we got it, and she was supposed to protect it because of Gimbal, or no, I'm sorry, Cogmaster, and maybe try to bluff her into fixing it for us?
She's long gone.
Oh.
She's out of earshot. She is inside.
How strong does this building look? Like, what would cannonballs do to it?
You'd have to find out.
Okay. Like, yeah, but like, okay.
Do you want to make quickly?
Do you want to make an
trying to think
investigation
about
check to
just-
examine the masonry or something?
Damn, Josh, I wish you thought of that sooner.
Right.
Yeah. Let me look at the building and see if it looks
Okay.
like super thick stone and
Sure.
honky chonky. I don't really know much about rock. Like, Brad is going to also wonder that kind of out loud. Be like, I think we could like break this place down. And
I think it's probably more than just its physical components.
12.
Yeah.
Brad doesn't understand masonry.
Fey weirdness.
To you, it
Magic?
looks very well put together, very strong, and it would take a lot to bring down.
Can I do maybe an Arcana check to see if there's anything magic-y about the towers around it? The 7 towers?
Well, they're not towers; they're domes.
Oh.
They're just So they're all interconnected, like to form one large kind of compound.
I see. I thought they were, because you said one was taller than the other ones, and I thought
They are. Well, yeah, one's a dome, one's a large dome, smaller domes. They're all just
I see. All right, never mind then. This place is
Okay.
obviously magical because it's Glade.
I mean, the whole place you're in is magic. I mean,
Guys, what do we do? Brad's run out of ideas.
Back to. I mean, Oberon said, like, to use our judgment. So
I mean, she's working with Oberash.
To get spice though, like whoa, and it's good stuff.
Yeah, there's no
We
doubt.
worked with Gideon.
But,
So do we.
well, she's giving him spice to get things. What if some of those things are people that are being held against their will to get talents or something from?
All right. What if? If we had proof, then yeah, we have something that would convince me that we got to do something. I just, like Brad said, if we die here fighting her, who saves the unicorns?
I don't think we're welcome here anymore. We tried. We did not succeed. And now it's time to get the to foil her dragon BS. So you could draw a pretty good representation for the unicorns of those of that Ori and what you saw during your scry. Okay, so when we get there, we could probably give them a good representation of what she saw, and so that maybe they can study that to see if there's anything imminent about this, and we could bring them up to pace. I think we need to go to the unicorns. A vote?
But how do we get to the undersea one? We needed Cogmaster Body Knock's talents to construct the whole underwater thing.
That's why Brad was trying to figure out how we could break her house. I bet, like, I don't really know, but I'm guessing if the containers that are holding their skills breaks, I bet they go back.
Well, listen, what if we don't need to break in to get a look? I could cast invisibility on myself and go spy and take a look around.
We could probably, between Alvin and me, we could do everybody invisible.
Like, I could turn into like a squirrel and hide in your shirt. Would I still be visible?
Yes.
That's weird. But like,
unless
wait,
the
so
spell
does
is
that mean
cast
you're
on
naked?
you, you're still visible. What?
Like, do you have to get naked to get invisible?
No.
Yes. No.
Yeah. So like, if I get in your shirt and you're like wearing me as a squirrel,
my shirt would be completely and totally transparent, and therefore
Focus,
you
people.
being visible
Yes.
would just be a floating mouse in the air.
This is an
More
interesting
suspicious
D&D
than-
debate.
I mean, how do you see when you're invisible? But let's.
For a one-shot episode titled "Can You See If in a Pocket of an Invisible Creature?" Stay tuned for that episode.
Weird magic edge cases can be very interesting. Actually, remind me when the stream's over. I have something another DM friend of mine asked me that we talked about for a while that was kind of neat.
Cool.
Back to the matter at hand, though.
That's a good
Invisibility,
question.
spying. I'm for it.
Okay, let's do it.
What could go wrong?
Exactly. The Oddlot motto.
I'll
We're the
grab
good
So
a Nolo.
here's what could and usually does go wrong: is that I'm a big loaf and I make a bunch of noise. Regardless if I'm invisible or not, I'm not silent. I'm not a
Whoa.
ghost.
so like, can't Soot like make that little thing that like lets a lot of people teleport? Like, couldn't we, like, if trouble happens, just do that?
That takes like, wait. No, I can't.
Don't you have, like-
I can't do that anymore. I'm like out. I'm dry.
Here's probably what's a good idea if we're gonna go the stealthy invisibility route: is if you definitely turn me into a smaller creature and let me sit in somebody's pocket while invisible.
I don't know.
But
if
I'll
we
be
have any
invisible too.
polymorph ability. That's sort of left with Tuzard, I think.
Nutcakes.
All right, let's go for it. You can
You
use
want
your
me to go with
medallion. You can use your medallion to be more stealthy, maybe
That's right.
if it works there.
Okay, I grab Anolo and Brad, and make the three of us invisible. I'm assuming. Wait, how many can you do, Alvin?
It depends on how far you upcast it.
Yeah, but how many
So
can?
let me see. At
can-
second level, it's one person, and then I think it's one. Let me read the rules. At higher levels, one additional. It looks like one additional for each level you cast at higher.
So I can do 3, including myself.
At no
Okay.
extra cost to you
At
because
no
you're
cost.
always casting it at
because
the
I'm always
highest
casting
level.
high. So I'll do Snow and Brad and Anolo. I'll just boom, we're invisible.
Okay.
Like, guys, wait, hold on.
It's too late.
Like, we just like talked to her. Shouldn't we like sleep, rest up, be like prepared, and like try to take her by surprise tomorrow? Like, she's, if anything, she'd be expecting us to do something now, right?
Impulsively.
Like, we haven't even slept since like what, bro?
I took a nap.
Yeah, you slept.
Plus, it's
We
almost 10
fixed the
o'clock.
ship.
Brad's tired and hungry.
Yes, and it
All
is
that
almost 10.
thinking.
Anolo is in need of my last few pieces of hit points too. So I mean, using a bit of a long rest and planning this out a bit more does seem like it would help.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get back on the ship, take off, fly around for the night and rest, and then we'll commando in tomorrow.
Volcano drop.
And that way, like, if things go bad, at least we're at our best. And like,
How about
then
soft
we
rain
can...
drop? Quiet.
Right. Yeah.
Actually, we're gonna need a whole new name for this. It's invisibility sneaky time.
Purple rain. I like it.
Okay.
Just make sure we're quiet
guys-
enough so that the doves don't cry.
Jeez.
Oh,
You're all ascending the ladders. The rain starts to fall down. The grandeur of descending the ladder gone as you kind of go back to your airship a bit defeated,
Sopping wet.
but dripping wet, but with a new plan. And as you get back on the airship, flies off, and Gimbal hovers around, circling around the Markham Woods, just taking a scenic tour as you guys dry off. And off in the distance, more storm clouds roll in. It gets darker. The rain just turns into a drenching, pouring rain. And you hear it resound off the floorboards as you dry yourselves off in the cabins below. And that's where we're going to end.
Ooh.
Can I do a check on that storm?
No.
Okay.
Next time.
Mystery storm.
no.
Okay.
Oh,
That's it.
wow. That was
That's
such
a good note.
That was fun.
That was fun.
So that was a defeat, boys and girls.
Sideways and backwards.
Was it?
Upwards,
I
sideways.
don't think that was a defeat at all.
We learned a
We
lot.
successfully learned.
Saved a life by not ending it.
Yeah, at least.
We didn't
Yeah.
have a
Okay.
lot of information before we went into that. Like, we never
No.
knew what got Siadra expelled
Yeah.
from the Feywild.
Or
before
what she
today.
really planned to do once she got back. Apparently, to
Then
do
it turned
do
into a
murder.
love triangle, though. That's always messy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that conversation could have gone a number of ways. That was one. This was one possible avenue. I'm like, okay, if we're going, this is the one. Okay.
Wow.
See, Oberon should have signed an NDA.
And like,
There's another option for us too, by the way. I didn't get a chance to mention it, but we could go get Obrash, find out what's going on that end of things, and maybe get information and a way in, or something news against her.
That would lead us to having to fight Obrash, though. He's definitely not on friendly terms with you guys.
Oh, that's true, but we kind of been putting that fight off.
That's true.
I mean, it's kind of overdue. He imprisoned that angel in the one sword. Well, no, he didn't imprison the angel. It had that weird illness thing that we had to help the Medusa lady with to cure.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was his fault? I forgot that.
Well, I think it's the side effects of his chains.
He's a bad dude. Him, I wouldn't have a problem confronting. I mean, other than being scary.
yeah. So just Obrash he's the leader of the Blazing Chain, and remember he has those two chains wrapped around his arms that turn to fire, and those are Ixar, the Angel Bane, and from what you guys were talking about with Nemaris, the Medusa. When you guys helped Medusa, you saw an aspect of Ixar. Part of his being was floating around, and you guys, Tuzar put it in that cylinder thing and trapped it, and almost killed Tyrael. And so there is, for some reason, Obrash has acquired a weapon of extraordinary magnitude.
With zero gooditude to it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Betting 2 chains.
I'm really enjoying how interconnected the world is revealing itself to be. Like there's so many like little interconnecting plot lines that are coming together. It's like really cool.
Making us question our morals and stuff.
Sorry.
No, it's
We
great.
only had killed like 3 more NPCs, guys.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's really neat.
You should even see like my notes for the Seadra conversation. Like her goals: don't engage in combat. 2, get Oddlot to help her get home. 3, get Soot.
Get
It really is a day of numbered lists.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Like and just yeah, I have it all planned out here.
Love
Yeah.
it.
should we end the stream?
Oh.
Yeah, we probably should. Yeah.
Doing the scoreboard for
A little
today.
after talk
Level up.
without even thinking about it. Level
What?
up.
Level up?
No,
Us?
not you guys.
No.
No.
The
Damn
chat.
it.
No.
No, it's a chat.
You should watch what you say, Mr. DM.
Yeah.
People
No.
got a little like, what?
It's
No,
like it's taking the break room and it's salad.
Yeah. That's not like a level up moment.
Yeah.
You're not gonna like walk away like,
We
oh
talked to
shucks, guys.
Sandra.
You know, like, hey, no.
Oh, shucks, guys.
You guys had an interesting conversation. Level up.
Congratulations, you avoid dying.
I mean, Brad
Yeah.
did use his brains a lot. He was trying really hard.
Yeah.
I mean, you just
Oh,
gotta
look at those belly rubs, a kitty.
Oh,
Oh,
so good.
If you guys had squared off against Seadra, it would have gotten nasty.
yeah.
I
I
bet.
don't
Just-
think
I
any
got
of us
that
are
feeling.
at 100% either.
Yeah.
Totally would have went south.
Or
All right.
definitely would have magically pulled it out.
I mean, Brad's very capable in weird situations, so who knows? Maybe
true,
we'd
he pulled
all.
a 37 persuasion.
Dude, that was. I mean,
That was pretty dope.
that was with the help of some pretty hefty bardic inspiration. But man, that was fun. That was a good RP session.
Good session.
Yeah.
Sometimes those are my favorite. Almost every time those are my favorite.
Yeah.
Battle
I
is
agree.
fun and problem solving is fun, but just being the Oddlot is pretty epic. How weird is that, huh?
It's what we do best.
Yeah.
When you
Well,
got
guys,
good
thanks.
characters and a
Yeah.
good group of them, yeah, it can be very satisfying.
Say goodbye to this stream.
Bye.
Thanks everybody.
Oh,
Thanks for hanging out with us. Bye everybody.
Guys,
Night,
Have a good
dudes.
night. Take care. Peace and love.
be well. Stay healthy.